Hey, we live. We live. We live. Yeah. Let me turn on a little live here on my Instagram. Hey, everybody. It's me, Jay. We're going to talk about some Beterbiev. I'm on IG Live, on YouTube Live. We're going to talk about some boxing tonight. Let me just let the good folks know. What's up, Ernie Green Comedy? Let me just let the good folks know that we are live. And we're going to talk about some... Thank you. Oh, you peeped that? Had a flashback and wearing my Canelo Cotto shirt. And honestly, it was a coincidence that I put this on today. Let me move my Twitter feed over. And yeah. I don't care about Safari getting updated. What's up, Gary? I'm surprised my brother hasn't jumped up in here so we could talk about this fight right now. Hell of a fight. Maybe I could make this window a little smaller. And then I can see my Twitter feed too. What's up, Aunt? I just said, where's my brother? So we can get it cracking to talk about this fight tonight. Wow. That was a good fight. I can't see my chat and have my Twitter. Oh, there we go. Just had to make it smaller. Oh, no, I still can't see my chat. I want to be able to see my Twitter, too. I want to talk about the fight. You know, people, I have been an admirer of Artur Beterbiev for quite some time. And this fight went exactly as I predicted. Thank you, Yaria. Thank you. I had to switch to kids' products and they work better in my hair. It makes my hair a little more curlier if I use kids' products. What's up, Dante Rose? I am also live on my YouTube channel. So if you would like to join me there, that's awesome too. Let's get it. Let's talk about this fight tonight. Woo. I mean, we can talk about Kalazo Abdulkarimov. It sounds like it's Little Shop of Horrors. That's what his last name sounds like to me when you say it. But we could talk about that. But mainly, we're going to talk about this Beterbiev Gvozdyk fight. Gvozdyk is, a formidable guy, but Beterbiev is just a totally different beast. Both talented fighters, but just a totally different beast. Thank you, Dante. I appreciate that. I mean, I didn't think that the nail was going to be a walk in the park at all. We saw what he did to Adonis Stevenson, but man, he really put. What's up, cousin-in-law? How you doing, Fred? What's up, Jorge? What's up, Fernando? If you guys thank you for jumping in on the live. For the live usually gets lit faster than the YouTube channel. But hopefully you guys will jump on over to the YouTube channel too. We're trying to get this little engagement up. My final score leading into the 10th round when the ref called it, I had Beterbiev up 86-85. So there was a lot of close rounds in there, but I had Beterbiev ahead 86-85 because I hadn't started scoring. They were still within the 10th round. And if the 10th round would have completed, it would have been a 10-7 round. So it would have been 96-92. But you were surprised, Fernando? Seriously? Beterbiev is just a whole Beterbiev punches like I tweeted that Beterbiev punches like he spars with a rhinoceros, because those punches are so thudding and just so loud and just real painful. What's up, short man? What's up, Efren? What's up? I'm wearing a Cotto Canelo shirt, and that was honestly just a coincidence that I put this shirt on today. Let's see, Fernando, especially since Beterbiev got dropped by a lesser, better opponent and Gvozdyk beat Adonis. Hey, styles make fights. Styles make fights. But I feel what you're saying. What's up, Jamal? What's up, Aquarius Love? Hello, everyone. Thank you. Yes, please hit the like button. I see there are 4 of you in here, but I only have 1 like. So if you all, there's 5 of you now. If all 5 of you could hit the like button for me, that would be amazing. It costs you nothing. I'm wearing a Cotto Canelo shirt tonight. I remember going to Cotto Canelo and they set off those fireworks or whatever the hell that was in there, and that scared the holy hell out of me. So I hope they don't do any more fireworks inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena. But, a great, great fight. I mean, it was starting off good. I had Gvozdyk taking those early rounds. He just seemed to be the superior technician in those early rounds, and he was putting in some work. But then Beterbiev with them big ox hands, came back in to win and started putting the beats on him. I knew, here's my thing. When I look at a fighter, they say you can't really judge a fighter by his body, i.e. Andy Ruiz. But with Beterbiev, who is a light heavyweight, my thing is when you're just all that ripped up in here in the solar plex, I mean, he is ripped like they still had to weigh in. And when I see that in that striations, is that what it's called? When I see that in a fighter, to me, that is crazy. That is crazy when people are ripped like that, and them big ox-like hands was crazy. Beterbiev would have stopped him earlier had he targeted the body sooner. He was going to the body. I thought that it's not really his style because he's more of a pressure fighter, but I would like to see them spend some time with him developing some type of jab. But, maybe it's just part of his technique, because to me, it looks like whatever Gvozdyk was putting on him did nothing. Like Gvozdyk was landing some nice combinations and things in the earlier rounds, but he was just walking through them like Frankenstein, like, oh, you hit me. You hit me. Strasvice, you hit me. So, I mean, I would like to see maybe something like that added to his arsenal. But at this point in his career, can you really add that to your arsenal? It's not like he's some spring chicken that is being developed. Beterbiev's pressure was just too much. Best fighter in the division. Man, Beterbiev is crazy. When they were doing like the little pre-fight packages, when they were talking to the MMA champ, George St. Pierre, GSP said his greatest attribute was his ability to pressure in the fight. And that's what he did. He was pressuring as those rounds wore on. He was on him and on him and on him and on him until he just couldn't take it anymore. And that's what it was. He was eating them. Man, that shit looked like Michael Myers. Dude, man, Gvozdyk was landing some stuff and he was just walking like, You want to fight? Okay, let's fight then. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Gvozdyk didn't have the win for what he was doing. Gvozdyk didn't have no win because Beterbiev was putting them beats on his body and in the sides, in the stomach. What the hell was that one at one point in the round? My little notes here fell on the floor at one point in the round when Beterbiev put that shot straight to the midsection and he just turned around like something was wrong with his glove. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? He didn't hit you in the glove. He hit you in the gut. He hit you in the gut and it hurt. What does Teddy Atlas say? Water in the basement. Water in the basement. Ooh, Stevenson Gonzalez. That's going to be a good fight. I'm looking forward to that because, they got their little Montague and Capulet, Romeo and Juliet thing going on over there. But at the same time, they're making it a storyline like it's new news. Shakur's been with that same girl for a long time. So, but, whatever you need to do to sell the fight, whatever you need to do. Man, Beterbiev, what do you guys think? At this point, we just saw Beterbiev do what he did to the nail. What does he do to Bivol? What does he do to Kovalev? I'm still, I don't know what's up for what's going to happen with Kovalev and Canelo. But Bivol has such a weird, awkward style, and I like Bivol, but I just think Beterbiev runs up through Bivol like diarrhea. Hey Tony Yayo, no, I'm in California. The fight's in Philly tonight. So I'm not at the fight. I was watching it on TV. Bivol stuck on the zone. I don't think it's more of a stuck thing because he's a main event fighter, and main events hasn't had a TV deal for quite some time. They had their deal with HBO, but then when HBO folded, they had to go somewhere. And Bivol wasn't going to go to PBC because he's still under contract with main events, and he seems to be happy there. So, the zone was really much the only choice because PBC is on Showtime and Fox. So, where else could he go? I don't think main events has anything going with ESPN just because they just don't have enough fighters. They have so few fighters, so they had to do what they had to do and went over to the zone. Let's see. That was late in the fight. That's what I mean. Beterbiev didn't start targeting the body until round 4 and 5. Yeah. Once he went on that offensive, it was, man, he was hurting Gvozdyk. I don't know. Teddy Atlas was telling him the right things, but, he has to believe it. He has to believe it, and he has to do it. Let me see. I want to change how the angle is from my phone here. I just feel like it's looking crazy. Let me get this angle together, y'all. Let me get this angle together. Put the baby's Hydro Flask or whatever. Hell, he threw him around a few times. He threw him around in the first round. He fell down a couple more times than that. Shout out to Philadelphia for instant replay because that would have been a terrible call. What's up, Trap House Boxing? I watched your show. I subscribed to your channel. Thank you for joining me. Gvozdyk let you down, really? Hey, styles make fights. Styles make fights. That's all we could say. It's Beterbiev put the beats on the brother. Skills did not pay the bills in this instance. Yeah, you're right about that because he definitely had the technical advantage, but then Beterbiev put them heavy rhino hands on him. Those heavy, heavy hands. Let's see, 2 weak for Beterbiev. Yeah, he didn't have anything. Beterbiev was just walking through it, just he was just walking, he was just walking through the punches. That's all he could do. That's all he could do. Hello, all 6 of you who are watching. Please make sure that you hit the like button so that I know you were here because I see there are 6 of you and I only see 3 likes. So if you guys could hit the like button, that would be really cool. Hello, 7 people. If you could all 7 hit the like button, that would be really great. It doesn't cost you anything. If you could just like the stream, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. No way, man. Beterbiev took that wind out of him. If you guys see me, keep looking down because I'm live on IG as well. So I'm, reading the comments on IG live and reading them here. And that way I can interact with as many people possible because, my little channel is the little engine that could, but with your help for 27 cents a day, this YouTube channel could survive for 30 days. If you hit the super chat button, you could help a poor struggling channel in Inglewood, California get to the level that it needs to be. I feel like I need the music in the background that you were touched by an angel. I feel like I need that in the background for my little channel, and that would be dope. What's up, Yosebed? Let's see. Always come and jabbing that like button. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Trap House Boxing. You're dope for that. You're very dope for that. Let's see. Any chance you'll bring back yeah. Oh my God. Me and Michelle have been talking a lot about how we can bring the podcast back. As you know, she's also a promoter now. And with that, it kind of like she has to be careful what she says. And so, she wants to, if we do are able to rekindle our podcast, her role would have to change. She probably couldn't do it all the time. And she probably would do something more like segments and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Kind of like a conflict of interest because I'm not trying to mess up anybody's bag. And that's my girl to the end. And I'm definitely not trying to mess up her bag. So we're just trying to figure out how we can do it and it work and it still be good and it still have that energy that everybody liked, but still authentic and real. Cause I feel like everybody and their mama has a podcast now. And I'm not hating on that, but Michelle and I just had our own kind of special sauce of what made our podcast dope. You know, Me and her's energy, the way we just vibed out and we just had a real connection with how we did the show. So we're trying to figure it out. Or maybe we'll do one like on a quarterly basis. And next time she and I are together in the same place, we'll try to do something together. She was here in LA not too long ago when there was the Golden Boy card, the Mungia card that Avery Sparrow was supposed to fight on, but she was here like working. So we couldn't really like film podcast or anything like that. But, we definitely continue to be in talks. Me and Jake Donovan are talking about maybe doing a podcast together. I don't know. It's rough trying to just coordinate schedules and stuff and just trying to figure out what's the best way to do it because we don't want to do it if we're not doing it right. Because, a lot of people think that doing a boxing podcast is if there's like a couple trains of thought. You either have the people who do the podcast who think it's opinion. Ooh, sorry, y'all. Let me put the phone up there. There are people who have the podcast, and there's nothing wrong with any of these styles. Everybody has their own lane and their own way of doing things. There are people who do the podcast style where I call it like the Stephen A method, where it's just opinion. And that's dope. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has an opinion. And then there are the podcasts that are just try to be just so super serious and just, so tell us, can you tell us when you fought in the Mayweather fight in the 7th round, you pivoted on the left and you tried to throw a jab, but instead he countered you with an uppercut. What were you thinking in that moment? And that's not us either. We had a little bit of like our swag was we had knowledge, we had fun. The fighters like talking to us. We had the little segments. We had the fighters doing crazy shit. We had them rapping. We had them reenacting soap operas. Like we had a whole bunch of moving parts that made it dope. And that's what I liked. And that's what we want to do. And what people don't realize is when we were doing those podcasts, we were prepping for over a week. We didn't just pop up on the day of the show like, oh, okay, what are we going to talk about? Like it was more to it than that. We wanted to make it enjoyable from the pranks to the we were the first people that had Keith Thurman playing the piano. Well, that was on the Ruckus. That was on the nighttime show. But we were the first people to do that. It's kind of commonplace now for people to ask questions that are not boxing specific and more about the personality. But before, when we were doing the show, we would get a lot of grief about that. Oh my God, y'all some birds. Y'all some instigators. But I notice now everybody's swag now is, what'd you eat today? What's the last thing you Googled? All that funny kind of stuff. And really, me and Michelle jumped that off. And we could get away with it because we're women. But, everybody's doing it now. So if we do the podcast again, we have to reinvent it and do it our own way. Have I met? Yeah, I have met Dwayne Johnson. I met him. I was doing press for Hobbs and Shaw. And I got to chat with him on the red carpet. And he's a really nice man. He's really cute, too. Really handsome. I mean, Roman Reigns is finer than him, but he's a good looking guy and really, really nice, too. And, and it was part of that whole thing with the Morning Punch-In show is we just love doing it. And we love talking to the fighters because there are people too who put their lives on the line, rest in peace to Patrick Day, for our enjoyment. And, a lot of people forget that these men are human beings, and they leave their families and they go to camp, and hell, camp is brutal. We don't know the effects of camp. You spar in camp, you work out in camp, you know, and then you get into the ring, you have starved yourself down over the 6 weeks. Even if you're a fighter who is strict about your diet, unless you're somebody like Manny or Floyd who lives that life 100% of the time, then, you hungry when it gets to fight week, and when your body is depleted from all the work and the lack of food, you're very resistant you're very susceptible to germs, to all sorts of things. And these men and women do a lot for our enjoyment. He's really nice, Yosebit. He's really nice. They do a lot for our enjoyment, and I feel like boxers don't get the respect that basketball players, football players, hell, hockey players get for our enjoyment. Let's just say you were in an intersection, and on one intersection there was a football game, and in one intersection there was a boxing match, and in one part there's a baseball game, and one part's a hockey game. I bet you 90% of the people who come through that intersection are going to stop and watch the fight. And it just is what it is. I see I got Sports Center playing in the background over here because I haven't changed it off of ESPN. And but yeah, tremendous respect for fighters. But Beterbiev, woo! So for those of you who are still in here, Beterbiev, what happens to Beterbiev? How does he fare against Bivol? How does he fare against Kovalev? Just take Canelo. We know Kovalev's got the Canelo fight coming, and I've got my Cotto Canelo shirt on from that fight. It's a pretty cool shirt. I don't even remember where I got this shirt from. I think they gave it to me during the fight week. But how does he fare against Bivol, and how does he fare against Kovalev? He is now the unified champion. And does this fight expose Gvozdyk, or just, if you're going to lose, you lose to the better man? And there's nothing wrong with that. I still think Gvozdyk put the beats on a lot of fighters. I really do. I'm going to end my live on my IG, since it looks like everyone's making their way over here now. Beterbiev is a grudge match. I think Beterbiev puts the beats on Kovalev, because Andre Ward took Kovalev's soul. And I think that he puts it on him. I'm going to take a look at what my Twitter feed is talking about. Where is the link? I'm new to this. I know there's a lot of stream kings out there, but your girl is not all super streamy with it. Oh, here we go. I'm going to share the link. What's the IG handle? Oh, my IG handle is, I'll type it here. It is my legal government name. So follow me on IG. I'm going to share the link now, and maybe some more people. Hey, if you guys are in here, hit the like button, because I only see 4 likes and there's 7 of you watching. So if you could please, go on and tap on the like button. I'm live talking Beterbiev. Should I say Beterbiev Gvozdyk or Beterbiev Nail? I wish that in our social media age, I wish that whatever is the official, thank you y'all for hitting the button. I wish they would put what the official hashtag is, because you know how, like, when you watch the award shows and they have it like in a shadowy form of what the official hashtag is for the event. Let me keep my hands down because I need my nails done. what the official hashtag is for the event. And I noticed they didn't do that on ESPN tonight. That would be dope for connecting with other fight fans. So the other of you besides Tony Yayo who are in here in Trap House Boxing, chit chat, talk me up. If you don't want to talk about boxing, we could talk about power. There's going to be no power this week because Comcast wants to drop stars. And so 50 and Rotimi and them are on Instagram begging and pleading for people to call them and cuss them out. Jamal Beterbiev beats Bivol Kovalev. We'll get a challenge from the fighter moving up from 168. Who? Canelo? Which fighter do you think at 168 could pose a threat to Beterbiev based on what you saw tonight? Let me know. Let me know. You know, we could talk about Canelo Kovalev. We could talk about Shakur Jawed. Oh, Callum Smith. Yeah. What's up, Shiz Biz? What's up, Michael Matos? What's up, Abraham? How y'all doing? Hit the like button, please. Hit the like button. Beterbiev had a Hagler-esque performance tonight, a slow tactical beatdown. You ain't never lied, friend. That was an ass whooping. And it was like systemic. It started like a slow build. And then, I knew the end was coming when he put that body shot on the nail and the nail turned around and was acting like, oh, he hit me in the glove. My hand hurt. He ain't hit you in your hand, fam. He hit you in your gut. That shit hurt. And we turn it around during fights. I will say shout out to Philly for having the instant replay because even though Beterbiev was my prediction, I still want a good, clean, well-officiated fight. And for him to rule that slip in the first round as a knockdown, that was some baloney. Yay, look at y'all going, hitting the little like button. Go ahead. Thank you, team. Thank you, team. I mean, if you feeling real benevolent, since I got y'all to hit the like button, down below the chat where you're typing, there's some happy faces and there's a $sign. And you can hit that and, super chat and add to the Bad Culture Building Fund. I'm going to be going this weekend to shoot some video with somebody who's got a fight coming up soon. I won't tell you who it is. You'll have to wait and see who I'm filming on Saturday. Some of you might already know, but I'm going to be shooting some video, maybe doing some interviews this weekend with a fighter who has a big fight coming up. And so you'll just have to wait and see who it is. And also on the entertainment side, I'm going to be doing press for the new Terminator movie. So I'm going to be interviewing Arnold Schwarzenegger and Linda Hamilton. So that'll be really dope. Tyson Fury, which situation specifically? Him doing WWE? Okay, we'll talk about Tyson Fury and WWE, but let me say this before we talk about all that. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, I know a number of you do. Michael, you do. Abraham, you do. Tony, you do, obviously. Probably all of y'all. If you made your way here, you probably all follow me on Twitter. But if y'all know, I get down with the WWE. I love WWE. It's super fun and it's entertaining. I'm into anything where there's a ring involved, whether it be boxing, MMA, WWE. I like all sports, but I like sports that involve a ring more than others. And I just think about on the nights when me and my little collective, Dante, you one of them, Abe, you one of them, when we tweet about WWE, people are like, oh, that's so lame. Aren't you an adult? Don't you know WWE is fixed? Yeah, but them bumps and bruises are not fixed. And those people get injured for real. And it's so funny to me to see all these purists who are now hype to see Tyson Fury in a thing with Braun Strowman. Oh my God. Oh, my childhood. I thought y'all didn't like that. I thought y'all thought it was lame for us grown ass people to still be watching WWE. So I just want to say that it's no different than people who go to Comic-Con and all these things and wear the Star Wars shit and all of that, So, boo, let us have our WWE in peace and don't be a bandwagoner. But with regards to Fury, I think it's fun. I think it's really cool. It's no different than when Floyd did the shit with the Big Show. And, there's other fighters who have done WWE stuff. It's just promotion. What has been the most intriguing about it to me is the fact that WWE has their deal with Fox. And not only that, WWE is owned by Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is tight in the bed with Trump. Vince McMahon's wife either still works for Trump or she used to work for Trump. And we know how Bob Arum feels about Trump. So he must be getting chipped off them papers if he is okay with his little new cash cow, Tyson Fury, going over rocking with the WWE. Bob must be getting chipped off, or maybe Trump finally paid him back his money. I don't know. All I know is the McMahons is real tight with Trump. That's all I know. Oh, Fury getting paid. Fury said he getting so paid he might not come back to boxing. Heard he's getting 15 mil from. Yeah, I've heard that too. 15 million. I think I feel like I saw an interview recently where he was talking about that, and he was saying like that money is good. I might not come back. Oh, yes, please, David Nicholas, please subscribe to me. I would appreciate that so much. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on IG. Follow me on Twitter. My name on Twitter and IG is my legal government name. You can find it there. But, shout out to Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley was funny as hell to me tonight. When they had Fury doing the interview, and he was like, let me see your cut. And he was telling, he's like, I don't know, dog. It looks like it's still a bit raw. And Fury was looking at him like, shh, what are you telling my business? And he's like, no, I'm going to be ready because what is it, October? And him and Wilder allegedly are going to fight in February. And here's the thing about cuts that I've always heard when it pertains to boxing. People who drink a lot are more susceptible to being cut. And Fury Fury like to drink. Fury like to kick it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But, if you know you got a bad cut, you got to leave the sauce alone. You got to let the body heal. And he and Wilder pretty much the same height. And if Wilder lets that cannon go and lands right on that cut, he might be leaking. Ooh, speaking of leaking, god damn, Collazo was leaking like a faucet off of the headbutt with, sorry, y'all gotta look at my notes of how you say that guy's name. Abdul Kakarov. Oh my God, that was painful. I feel like sometimes I think I'm getting too old. I'm getting too soft when it comes to boxing because I see things and I cringe and I go, oh my God, it makes me a little sad and teary. But there's no crying in boxing. There's no crying. But I see things like that and it just makes me just feel so bad and just so sad for what they go through. That headbutt was horrible. Collazo looked legit. Yeah. He couldn't even get to his feet. I remember when my kid was a baby and she headbutted me once and I was a little jarred, and that's from a baby headbutt. So imagine what a big grown man headbutt feels like. Plus he's swinging at you. You've been getting hit over and over. He had a cut already on the other eye. And then, man, his damn eyeball was damn near falling out of his head from that cut. It was, man, that cut was looking like, he was looking like just open, just cut, just flesh, just open. It was too much. It was, might be time for our friend Collazo to hang it up because that was horrible. That was a horrible, horrible cut. And we saw the Adornos, the two Adorno brothers with their scary masks. I didn't know what the hell that was. I was not hip to the Narcos show that was referencing, but now I know. Now I know that's from a Narcos show. At first I thought, I'm like, well, what is that? Jabberwockies? I'm an old lady. I'm not hip. These are like young guys, like in their 20s. I'm probably old enough to be a lot of those guys' mama. So I'm not hip. I try to be hip and keep up, but I'm not so hip. I am watching AEW. I haven't had a chance to watch it this week, but I'm enjoying it. I have to watch John Moxley. You know, I liked him very much when he was over on WWE. I hit them up. I want to do an interview with Brandy Rhodes, but I haven't had they gave me the yeah, we'll see kind of Brandy Rhodes or to my request. I'm like, come on now. I'm a sister, she's a sister. Let me holler at her real quick. I like Brandy Rhodes. I like what they're doing over there. It's interesting. Um, you're getting some real deal wrestling. So I thought that was pretty dope. Yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta catch up with it this week. I haven't watched it this week. I didn't watch Alvin Gentry talking about Zion Williamson. I didn't get a chance to watch SmackDown tonight. This is so damn stupid. They moved SmackDown to Fox, but here on the West Coast, it's on delay. Like we can't watch it live. If you want to watch SmackDown here, you have to watch it on delay. And in the social media era, why the hell would you have something like that on delay? So I have the choice. You either have to stream it or you have to avoid social media altogether. And so I taped it tonight. I saw a little bit. All I really am interested in seeing is this new Bailey reboot of what they're doing with her. And honestly, that's all I'm really interested in. But and I love my girl Sasha Banks. Come on, sisters. Can I tell you guys a secret? Come close, come close, come close. I did not know Bailey was Latino. I honestly didn't know. I just assumed that, it was a married name. I woo, hold on. I didn't know. And it was so funny because I always said, dang, Bailey has a big old butt. And I used to, sometimes if you follow me, I would tweet BBB, here comes Big Booty Bailey. And I'm like, damn, Bailey be hitting that squat rack. And it wasn't until I watched the Sasha Banks thing that they ran where she explained her absence that I had no idea that Bailey was Latina. Latinos, stand up. Y'all out here. Come on, Latinos. I'm down for my brown brothers and sisters. Let's go. I'm down for the Latinos. We all need to be riding together. This crazy ass shit we got going on in the country trying to separate us. I'm down for the Latinos. I'm down for my black folks. I'm down for anybody who's cool, to be honest. But, Latinos and blacks have a lot of the same struggles in this country. So there's no reason why we should be bugging out. We don't really, you have those problems somewhat in LA, but not really. I don't feel like I don't have any fear unless I just fear gangster. It don't matter if you white, black, Asian. Hell, out here in Chinatown, they got some Asian gangs that are super duper gangster that you have to be afraid of. So I don't care about this. I just care about, are you going to harm me? Are you going to harm my child? Are you going to harm my dog or my mama? If the answer is no, then you good with me. You good with me. I was about to say, thanks for the follow, JP from Brooklyn, but JP from Brooklyn followed me on Twitter. Man, I had such a good time watching that fight tonight. That was such a good fight. Beterbiev is such a good fighter. I remember, is he the most technical person? No, but I like fighters like that. I like those big, like cock-strong fighters like that. That's the kind of style that I like, where they can dismantle you, but it's not sometimes a war is too much. A war is when people take too much punishment. And those can be entertaining in spurts, but I don't want to watch a whole fight of a war. I like defense. I like skill. I like movement. And Gvozdyk's movement was giving Beterbiev some issues in the beginning, but then it was like he settled into his rhythm and he started getting the timing down. And Gvozdyk never really connected anything that got Beterbiev's respect. So every time he hit him, Beterbiev was like, "Oh, all right. Oh, okay. Oh, my Instagram is so funny. Y'all got me. I gotta stop posting stuff like that on my Instagram. Y'all got me thinking I'm cute. Where the number asked Slim. What's up, head hunter? What number you referring to? I wish I was Slim. I've been back in the gym trying to get it cracking and trying to get myself together and trim it down a bit. Here's the thing about working in Los Angeles. When you work in the press in Los Angeles and people say, oh, body shaming, it's not a thing anymore, et cetera, et cetera. But when you work in the press in California, maybe in other states, but I don't have a call-in number, boo. I wish I did. I'll have to switch back to Blog Talk, and then I'll start doing like a call-in thing again. I used to like to do those post-fight shows with Michelle and with Ismael and with Brandon Stubbs and Ryan Bivens. Like, I love talking to you guys. But, when you work in the press here, especially in Los Angeles, they don't like to give opportunities to you when when you look like you like to eat. I'll just say that. So you have to create your own lane. Or you just have to kick down the door and say, fuck it, I'm going to kick down the door and create my own opportunity. And so that's what I'm trying to do. And so, when you guys support me and you like my content, you consume it and you watch it and you tell your friends and you follow and you engage. And when I see you at the fights and you say, what's up, Jay, it keeps me, very, very inspired to keep going. And so salute to all of you for that. Oh, absolutely. Ismael is still around. He was tweeting tonight. His Twitter is not Beats Boxing Mayhem anymore. His Twitter is, I'll type it here. It's Ismael BBM NYK. Hit him up, follow him. He's still very active. He's still doing a lot of great work, and he's writing a book right now. He's not writing a book about boxing. I don't want to disclose what his book is about. That I'll let him say that because I don't know how much he wants out there, but he is writing a book right now. Follow him on Twitter and on Instagram. I think his Instagram is Beats Boxing Mayhem, like his website, I think. But yeah, he's doing a lot of dope stuff. Like, he's super talented, and I wish I had the writing abilities that he had. I'm an okay writer, but he is really, really fantastic. Really, really fantastic. Abe, I didn't forget you. Joette Gonzalez versus Stevenson. That fight's going to be so good. I wish I could go to that fight. I'm looking forward to that. I like Shakur. Shakur's a good fighter. Joette's a good fighter. I'm looking forward to seeing Teofimo fight. I'm happy that Bud Crawford is getting back in there. Man, I'm looking forward to the Joshua Ruiz fight. I'm looking forward to closing out the year strong. Hey, so tell me this, you guys. I saw a tweet earlier, something about Jermall Charlo willing to sign a one-fight deal to go over to DAZN to fight Boo Boo Andrade. Do you guys think that that's really going to go down? I think that Al Heyman is okay with letting fighters go over there, hence Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua. But, Charlo was like, I'm my own boss. I work for myself. I do what I want to do. I'm down for the one fight deal to go over to DAZN to fight Andrade. Fair or foul? Aquarius Love, you say no? You don't think it pops off? You don't think it happens? Let me see. Any word? Or are they going to let women go to Saudi to cover? Yeah, women can go. If I'm Michelle Phelps is going to go. I know that for sure. I don't know who other fighters are going to go. Maybe I haven't talked to her. Maybe Adriana Jimenez from Pheno Boxing, who works for Fox. Of the women that I know personally, those are the only two I could think of that would go over there for the fight. I know Phelps is for sure. I'm not sure about Adriana. I wish I could go. I mean, if y'all want to hit this super chat button and plug your girl with the super chats, you know what I'm saying? I have a passport. I'm down to go to Saudi Arabia. I'm brown anyway, and I have big features. I am down. I will go over there. I don't care. I will lock it down. I might go over there and find me a husband. I would love to go over there. Oh, they ain't letting Jenny Sushi go up in there. I saw Jen Sushi at, I can't remember what fight that was, and she was trying to talk to Teofimo, and I was waving at Teofimo like, hey, come here, and he came over. Oh, don't be spitting out no good wine, Dante. I'm real ignorant. You know that. I do, man. Look, hold on, y'all, hold on. I'm telling you, I do not give a damn. I wanted to go get a scarf, but it would have taken me too long to go in my bedroom to go get it. Look, and I'm not making a mockery of anyone who is Muslim. So, good. Don't your girl look good? Boom. I will cover that whole fight like this. I do not care. I respect all people and all religions. I will go over to this Ruiz fight. Man, I'm telling you, I might go over there and find me a man. I might go over there and find me a husband. Why didn't I do a video tribute to Patrick Day? Well, see, here's the thing with that. I'm very sad about what happened to him. And I want to show him my respect. And I'm very sad for his family, for the man he fought, for everyone, for everyone. And I'd feel disingenuous if I made one because I didn't know him before. I think maybe I had 90 Day Fiance. I mean, I think I may have seen him before, but for me to do a whole tribute video, I would have felt real fake. And I would have, personally, I can't speak for anyone else, and I'm not accusing or pointing any fingers or nothing like that. But for myself, I would have felt like I was doing it for clout if I made a video. And that's just my own thing. Everyone else can do whatever they want. And I'm not making any assumptions or anything about everyone else. But for Jay, I wasn't as familiar with him. I mourned the loss of a fallen soldier, of a hero. And I mean, Javante, I paid respect to him. I paid respect for him multiple times on Instagram, on my Back Culture Instagram, on my Twitter. I paid respect to him again tonight. I've paid respect to him all week. I paid respect. I saw the fight where he went down. So, are you trying to say I don't respect the man, Javante? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is that what you're trying to say, brother? Don't say that because that's not true. But I didn't do that's why I didn't do a whole tribute video. But I did a tribute piece to him on Instagram, spoke about it on Twitter, and I've prayed. I've prayed privately, daily, for the man, for his family, for everyone, even connected, for the people who had to watch it. It's very tragic. It's very, very tragic. 90 Day Fiance. My mom is crazy about 90 Day Fiance. A lot of people are. It's not just women, too. It's so popular. I feel like I need to get down with it. We as a boxing community should all come together when that type of stuff happens. It's not that you're being fake. I know, but Javante, you're assuming that I didn't do anything. Do you follow me on my other platforms? What's your Instagram and YouTube and all that so I can follow you back and see your tribute pieces so I can see how it's done? Let me know because I'm down to follow anybody in the boxing community. Let me know what your stuff is. Drop your channel. For you guys who are in here, if you have boxing channels, tell me the name of your channel so I can follow you. Or are your names your channels? Like, I know Trap House Boxing is in here. I followed him, and I know EJ, I followed him. But if there are some of you in here who have channels and your channels are something different other than your name, tell me what they are so I can follow you. And tell me what your Twitters and stuff are so I can follow you and your Instagrams and all that. And I'm happy to do it. And Javante, I agree with you. We are a community. We're our family. Hell, those of us who work in the press, we damn near should be a union. But yeah, we are a community and we should all envelop each other in love and support. Love and support. I'm all about that. I love everybody. But back to the whole Saudi thing. I wish I could go to Saudi. Man, Do you know how hard I would be flexing on my social media if I went to Saudi for this fight? I'm not even going to lie to you. I would have me a full damn photo shoot. Your girl would be out there. I'd have to tell somebody, like, yo, put the wind, we need a wind machine. I need wind. I need the garments flowing. Like, I would be off the chain to a certain degree, as off the chain as a Black woman from America can be in Saudi Arabia. But, oh, yeah, I'd be on one. Y'all would know. Trust me, you would know I went to Saudi Arabia because I love to travel. Let's see, you would be Dante. Come on, I'd be going live over there. I'd be doing all kind of stuff. But Buatsi is not ready for that yet. Okay, Chris, what's up, Chris Waddle? How you doing? New York Fights. I already follow you, Abraham. Don't I already follow? I know I follow your personal one, but if I don't on your IG, let me follow it now. And anybody else, drop your stuff so I can follow you. And I'm not one of them people who follow and then unfollow when I think you're not looking, because that's whack. Oh, there we go. New York Fights. I thought I followed New York Fights. Well, I'm with you now. Tony Marvin Bernard 4. Okay, cool. Let me follow Marvin. Tony, that's your Instagram. I'm gonna follow you now. And where'd the homie go? Javante, what's your stuff so I can follow you? I was being dead serious. I wasn't even being a troll. I want to follow you. Marvin Bernard 4. I love following people. There's them people who think if you it's a privilege. Is it Marvin Bernard 40? Because I see 40, but not 4. Oh, that's your Twitter. Oh, okay, cool. You wouldn't need a no-show. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, I wonder what the weather is even going to be like when they go. I saw a video of them building the arena. Look, we've got Saudi Arabia is about to be the new lick. You've got the Fury thing happening with WWE in, I think, Jeddah. I think is where they do the Royal Rumble. And then you've got the Ruiz Joshua thing there. Wilder should just pop up, even if he doesn't, schedule some of those like meet and greets where the people can come in and have drinks and they have a moderator ask him questions. I'll go do it. I'll go down there, an evening with Deontay Wilder. I will host that. Let me see. What kind of questions would I ask Deontay Wilder if we were doing an evening with Deontay Wilder in Saudi? If we were doing an evening with Deontay Wilder, I would start off by asking him if he feels that WWE really helps or hinders the rematch that's supposed to happen in February. I get that it's supposed to generate more interest in the fight, but is he concerned that there's a possibility that Fury could be injured and derail the whole plan? We know that in the past, Wilder has had bad luck when it comes to opponents getting in the ring, whether it's, positive drug tests, Povetkin, injuries, and all that other stuff. Bermain's deferring after the fight, saying he lost the fight because he was dehydrated. That was probably the funniest one I've ever heard. But, I'd like to know his real unabridged thoughts of that, if he thinks it helps or hinders. And I think that WWE is really missing an opportunity to really make it big. Wilder is the fighter that legitimately fights on Fox. Why hasn't Wilder popped up at SmackDown? Can somebody answer me that? You've got a fighter who fights on Fox. You've got a fighter who don't fight on Fox, but you're trying to make a rematch. You've got him into a storyline with Braun Strowman, but you don't have Wilder popping up the fight. Wilder should be hopping over the barricade and hitting that dude in the back of the head with a chair. I'm just saying, maybe that's the storyline. They should have Wilder pop up ringside at the Wilder Strowman fight. And when Strowman tries to do something to Fury, Wilder should jump into the ring and clock the shit out of Strowman with a chair and tell him, "You not messing up my bag." Boom. Wilder doesn't get hurt. Rematch doesn't get derailed. Brings him to the storyline. He the Fox fighter. Let me holler at Mark Ortega. Didn't I see Mark Ortega tweet tonight that he got a new job writing for some show, the one that Renee Young and Booker T is on? I'm gonna holler at Mark. They need to hire me because them storylines need some help over at WWE. Because SmackDown, they just doing shit that don't make sense. Putting Roman in a fight with Shinsuke Nakamura. Just put the belt on Roman and stop wasting our time. They're gonna do that anyway. So I got here late. What was the consensus on Beterbiev? Who does everyone think is the best at light heavy? I think he is, easily. I think Beterbiev puts the beats on Bivol. I think Beterbiev puts the beats on Kovalev. And if Canelo beats Kovalev, I think he just outmuscles Canelo if Canelo remains at light heavy. But we know Canelo is not going to stay at light heavy after this Kovalev fight. What does Kelly Swanson PBC opinion on internet journalists like you? Do you have an easy time gaining credentials? Yeah, I don't have a hard time at all. I've put in a lot of work. I started working in boxing in 2012, and I was maybe more like 2011, like midway through 2011, and I was a hobbyist, and I used to blog about it. Well, I started on Twitter, and I had a boyfriend at the time who was a boxing writer. Don't ask me who it was. I'm not going to tell you. And he encouraged me to write. And this was before I knew Robert at Black Sports Online. And then, so I was doing it for my own website, badculture.net. And then Robert needed a writer in LA because the person that he had was moving on. And Robert hired me to work at BSO. And I knew Robert before I started working at BSO. We were friends. I just had my own thing going. And so I started working for Robert. And since BSO's platform is so big, it allowed me to showcase my work to a bigger audience. And as a result, I was able to start getting credentials for a fight. But I wrote for a full year before I even got credentials to a club show. The very first fight I ever got a credential to was Ronnie Rios versus Rico Ramos at out there in Indio at Fantasy Springs. And from there, it's like once you get in once, it gets easier. But my background came from writing. My background didn't come from video. I wish I had started in video sooner, but, I have my own, kind of fucked up self-conscious thing, being heavy, being black, natural hair, whatever. I had my own issues that prevented me from being comfortable on camera and talking to people. So I just didn't do camera. I didn't do interviews. I fade kind of like in the background. And so I started writing and I was doing photos. People don't know this. With Golovkin, before Golovkin became that guy, I was shooting photos for Golovkin. If you go back and look at old press releases for Golovkin, you'll find my name in them doing photos. I wrote for BSO. I wrote for Boxing Scene. I wrote for myself. But the main avenue that got me up there was BSO. So shout out to Robert, because if it wasn't for Robert, I wouldn't have had that platform to write on. I owe a lot of this to Robert, a lot of encouragement, a lot of opportunities. Robert's a good guy, and he really, really gave me that opportunity to showcase who I am. And even to this day, he's still giving me a lot of encouragement, a lot of mentorship, a lot of direction. And, I appreciate that brother greatly, greatly. Shout out to him. He's getting married soon to his beautiful bride. Let me see. See, Abe, you feel me, but we WWE people, Abe, so you know what's up. Let's see. Why isn't Wilder on Fox? If you feel me, look at how Spence is getting the push by the Cowboys. He is up with the Cowboys all the time. But I think it's easy with Spence because Spence is probably legitimately like a big time football fan. So it probably was just like a natural thing. He's from Dallas, so it was a natural thing. And maybe Wilder just needs he's doing good on his own. Let me not act like he's not getting this thing cracking. But like Spence, it was easy not easy, but he's from Dallas and he probably was legitimately a Cowboys fan. So that worked out. And then who else did I say? Oh, Bud Crawford. He's from Omaha. Warren Buffett is in Omaha, so it was easy to do that. And so I don't know if you could tether. So I think this might be the opportunity. Even if Wilder, thinks it's buffoonery and he's not interested in doing the WWE thing, just do it for the promo. Since your opponent is doing it, just pop up at ringside. Remember when Canelo used to pop up ringside and it used to be like a Canelo curse every time he popped up somewhere where there was an opponent he was possibly facing, that opponent would lose. It happened with Cotto when Cotto fought Austin Trout. And it happened with, I think, Victor Ortiz when a Josecito Lopez broke his jaw. I don't know. I think he should just pop up. Fuck it. He got money. I think he should just start just popping up on people. But I mean, who am I to tell that what to do with his money? I'm sure he, got it straight what he wants to do. Make sure if you are in here and you haven't already pressed the like button, please press the like button. It is, I don't know where the like button is because I only see it from my studio point of view. So wherever the like button is, if you could please press the like button. If you would like to contribute to the Bad Culture TV Building Fund, underneath the chat, there is a $sign that represents the super chat. Click the super chat and feel free to donate to the operations or my possible hijabs for Bad Culture TV. And that's all I have to say about that. But back to the chat here. I think they make Canelo Bivol in the future. Bivol is a small 175. Hey, look, they got to do something. Canelo still has 8 fights that he has to complete to fulfill this DAZN contract. Who is he going to fight? That's all I want to know. Like, what's he going to fight at next? So he's jumping up to light heavyweight for this fight with Kovalev. Is he going to jump down to 147 and try to fight Spence? Like, what's he doing? What's he doing? Oh, I mean, we know he's not going to go down that low. He can't. He couldn't make 147. He barely made 147 to fight Floyd. So we know he's not going down. He's not going below 160. But, who's he going to fight? Canelo won't stay at light heavy. He won't be 160 either. Yeah, he's probably going to jump at 168. And he's probably going to fight the one that everybody else wants to fight, Callum Smith. That's probably going to be the next fight. Who knows? Wilder was on Magnum. But yeah, you're right, Tony Yayo. I remember seeing him posting about that he was doing some acting. I think it's dope. I mean, whatever he needs to do to make sure his name is out there by whatever means he thinks is the most profitable and the best fit for him, then that's awesome. I don't think he make 160 anymore. I don't think he make 160 anymore either. Okay, okay. Shh. Has anybody noticed that Canelo has a new baby after every pay-per-view? Do your research. That's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, I don't think he can make one. Well, I don't know. He might be able to make 160. I don't think he struggled to make 160 against Cotto. I don't think he struggled to make 160 against Golovkin. Canelo's had a lot of fights, but he's still relatively young. I think he can make 160 with no real issues. I'm sure he'll make it for the right amount of money. He's rich. Rich folks can get it going. Canelo has a bunch of kids, honey, and a bunch of baby mamas. I remember there was a picture that was floating around a few months ago where he was at the christening and he has a baby boy, but the baby boy is not for the same mama that was ringside that has the baby girl that looks exactly like him. It's a telenovela. But yeah, Canelo got a gang of kids. He got at least one. He had one that had a Kinsey. And then he has another big girl who might be like 10. And then he's got like the baby girl and the baby boy. Yeah, Canelo is a pimp. Canelo got kids. He got kids. Oh no. Canelo got a baby that got a teenager. He got like a a preteen or a little younger than that. And then he's got the baby girl that looks just like him. And then he's got a baby boy that just got christened. I'm going to find that picture. Y'all, slide up in my DMs. I'll send it to you. Canelo gets it cracking. You know, that's how the rich do. The rich tend to have rich athletes tend to have a lot of children. But y'all ain't heard that from me. Canelo's a good looking man. He's very popular with the ladies. Canelo, a good looking man. I'm just saying. Let me find a picture. I have a homegirl, a sister, who is a very big fan of Canelo. And she told me I'm trying to find the picture here. She said she's trying to be baby mama number 4, 3, 4, whatever number he is. And she said she gonna have Canelo gonna mess around and have a little Afro Mexicana that look like this. Trust me, sisters like Canelo too. His little red hair is cute. But yeah, one of my homegirls says she ready to be the next baby mama. Canelo gonna be coming to the ring with a baby look like this pretty soon. You know, my hair kind of look like that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? My little eggs a little dusty, but you know what I'm saying, you know. Got bills. Your girl got bills. Canelo got bread. Canelo gets paid. And that's just the money we know about. The DAZN money. We don't know about the endorsements because, I mean, he's a good looking man. He's probably getting clothing. And we don't even know what the endorsements are that he gets in Mexico. This might be tourism companies and stuff. You know how like every once in a while you'll see like Floyd doing a weird commercial. Canelo probably doing some shit like that. I remember I saw a commercial from England of Floyd was trying to sell people like siding for the house or shutters or I don't know what the hell he was trying to sell. But I'm like, okay, Floyd, you better get your checks. He might be going out to the club. He might be at Ibiza doing club appearances. We don't know what Canelo does when he's off the grid. We know he get paid. That's about it. You think Canelo got T-Rex arms? Canelo gets paid. Canelo got kids. You know, hit your Googles. Hit your Googles. And you'll see what I'm saying. But yeah, he got kids. He got a bunch of little red-headed non-step children. But you know, a lot of fighters got a lot of kids. Wasn't there a fighter that had like 10 kids? Oh, shoot. What's up, Real Tizok? Welcome back. Good to see you again. Thank you for popping in. I didn't realize that was you. I'm like looking at the scroll and I'm alternating between Twitter and all of that. If you want to make that app, I wish somebody would send me to Japan. I will go right on to Japan and be like, "Doi tashimashite. Hi, so desu ne." Water straight from Inglewood. I sure would go on down to Japan and make me some money. Hi, so desu ne. Get your new iPhone. Oh, y'all don't need to see my daughter. Get your new calculator from Texas Instruments, straight from Inglewood. So desu ne. That's the extent of my Japanese. I need to learn some more. I could write a couple things. I'm really good. Here's a little secret about Jay. I'm very, very good at picking up a little bit of a lot of languages. If they send me to Saudi Arabia, or if y'all send me to Saudi Arabia, I should say, the only thing I know how to say in Arabic, like I know how to say some bad words in Arabic. My ethnicity? Oh, I'm Black. Both my parents are Black. Well, my parents are from Louisiana. My mother is Black and Chinese, and my father is Creole. So Black and French. So yeah, got a little Asian, a little Black, a little white. I did 23andMe recently, and I got my results back, and I am 60% Black, almost 20% of which is Nigerian, and 15% I think was Ghanaian. Shout out to Kofi Kingston. And on the white side, British and French. And they actually found a DNA match for somebody, somebody, a relative of mine living down in the south of France. Crazy, crazy. And then my mother has some Asian blood, so it was like 10% Chinese. Make sure you've never been to Israel in the last 10. Yeah, I've heard that too. My mom went to Israel, so if she wanted to go to the fight, she couldn't go. She couldn't go. I was blocked from Kuwait for work because I had been to Israel. Really? Yeah, it's the laws are very different in other countries. And you know what always trips me out about that is when people go over there and do dumb crimes in other countries. I don't want to go to jail in the United States, let alone in a whole nother country, because most of the world don't like us anyway. They might have a little more sympathy for black folks because, diaspora and all that. But America and Americans, they're like, Remember the story when the guy was in North Korea? Why would you even be traveling to North Korea? And he like climbed up on the building and he was trying to steal the flag or something like that happened in North Korea. What a jackass. You know, I feel sad for his family. I'm sure his family wasn't down for that, but when he finally got released, he like died right after he got released. And I'm very sympathetic and empathetic to all that, but why were you in North Korea and why are you trying to steal the people's stuff? If you're going to travel there, go do what you had to do and bring your ass home. Stop messing with people's stuff. You know what I'm saying? And while we talking about other countries, prayers for the people of Mexico. What is that town? Culiacan? It's like near Sinaloa. That's where Leo Santa Cruz no, Los Mochis. Los Mochis, Sinaloa. I was watching it on the news and it's real down there. They caught El Chapo's son and then they had to let him go because it was just going down in the streets. Poor innocent people caught in the crossfire. That's some wild stuff. Got to pray for those people. And that's some more stuff that pisses me off too. People try to leave because they want sanctuary from things like that. And, you got people separated from their kids and stuff. Let me get off of that high horse because that's not what you guys came for. And you might have different ideologies. And I'll have to talk with you guys about that privately. If you want to talk about that, you have to hit me on Twitter and we'll have a whole nother discourse because I can't interact and articulate what I really want to say about those certain things. And I don't want to be offensive to anyone. We live in that type of climate now. So those are conversations to have with me over cocktails. So when you see me in LA or somewhere else and it's me, vodka gimlet, extra lime, and we'll talk about other non-boxing things and worldly issues. I think that sometimes I have a different perspective from a lot of my female colleagues because I am Black. And I am a parent. And, my child is almost college age. She's going to be going to college in the next couple of years. So my frame of thought is a bit different. But yeah. But I'm glad you popped back in, Real Tizok, and everybody else, and Dante and Tony and Michael and Trap House. And my brother is not in here, and Abe. And I'm surprised my brother is not in here. My brother Anthony and my other brother, they usually tune in too. Or they may be watching and just not saying anything. A dark and stormy. Oh man, I can't even remember what's in that. Oh wow. I had to make those. Okay, another known fact. Some of you follow me, you know this. Jay is a bartender. And isn't everyone in LA who's trying to make it in the entertainment business, either a bartender or a server? But before that, I worked for over 10 years in human resources for the city. And so, yet another reason why I like people. But when I was working for the city, I went to a party and the bartender was just garbage. I'm like, I could do that. And so I took one of those courses where you go to a bartending school and you do the bartending class. And then I launched a whole nother business. So that helps sustain me too, so I can have the flexibility to do all this media stuff. my bartending business. If you follow KO Artist Sports, that's one of my clients too. I bartended his brother's graduation party. And of course, he got the family discount because that's my family. Black rum and ginger beer. That sounds yummy. I love ginger beer. I like drinks with ginger beer. It just totally, I lost it. And I know what it is. It's vodka, ginger beer, lime, sweetened lime with a Moscow Mule. I love Moscow Mules. But let's see. Man, there's more of you coming in because the likes keep going up. So I guess there's more of you coming in. What should we talk about? You know, I found out earlier that a Los Angeles magazine is going to do a profile on me. And I'm so excited about that because I feel like my different things need, my personal endeavors need more exposure. You know, I write for BSO and I do video, and I've written for Black Girl Nerds and boxing. I do work for Boxing Insider, and I do work for, I write a lot for Rolling Out magazine. And sometimes my own personal ambitions get lost in that shuffle. So I'm excited to be able to talk about all the things that I do. And I think that's dope. What are you guys doing? Do y'all have kids? Did any of y'all have kids? Anything? What else should we talk about? Should we talk about more boxing? What should we talk about? WWE? Actually, let me just take a look at the upcoming boxing schedule. I'm going to pull up the handy ESPN boxing schedule here. I usually look at that one because it's updated so frequently, but if there's other ones that you guys like better, tell me about it, and I'll check those out too. Let's see, DAZN has fights tomorrow over across the pond. Robbie Davies, I know who that is. There's fights. Golden Boy has fights this weekend out in Mexico, and it's going to be on Facebook Watch. It's going to be headlined by Oscar Duarte and Richard Solano, and in the co-feature, Francisco Vargas versus Ezekiel Aviles. There's a title fight happening this weekend in Belgium. Riyad Mirahi versus Emery Cizello for the vacant WBA interim cruiserweight title. WBA, such whores. They got a gajillion belts. Get the hell out of here. Let's see. The next weekend from Indio on Ring TV, we've got a title fight. Elwin Soto versus Edward Heno for the WBO junior flyweight title. Okay, cool. Fights in Italy from DAZN. Where are these people? More fights in Philly, but those are not Raging Babe fights. And then the next big fight is Shakur and Joette on the 26th from Reno. I wish I could pop up there for the fight, but I can't. I cannot go up there for the fight. Let's see, Michaela Meyer. I like her. She's fighting on the card. Andy Vences is on the card. Tyler McCreary. That's a nice kid. Tyler McCreary is a really cool kid. He used to be signed to, or maybe he's still signed to Rock Nation when they were doing their kerfuffle stumble into boxing briefly. And then it looks like also next weekend is the Regis Prograis versus Josh Taylor. Shout out to Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis is Creole like me. I told him we might be cousins. So on that, I always cheer for Regis Prograis. Let's see, Derek Chisora's fighting on that card, and Ricky Burns. Yeah. Same weekend, Erickson Lubin is highlighting a card, and Robert Easter, excuse me, is fighting Adrian Granados. There's a title fight happening in Puerto Rico. Wilfredo Mendez is going to fight Gabriel Mendoza. And it looks like that's what, and then there's like, if you're in LA, Tom Loeffler has another Hollywood Fight Night card coming up, which will be hosted by my good friend, Cynthia Conti. Make sure you follow her if you don't already. She is the real Fight Girls. Yes, Black Girl Nerds, Jamie Broadnax. Everyone, I do mostly video for Black Girl Nerds. So if you want to see my work with them, you have to go to the Black Girl Nerds YouTube channel and you'll see I do a lot of interviews. I don't write very much for them, but I do a lot on camera stuff for them. And I enjoy it. My interactions with Black Girl Nerds have been pleasant. I know they've had some very public things happen to them, but my experience with Black Girl Nerds has been very pleasant and no complaints for me. Oscar silverware smells. What the hell? Oscar, what you doing smelling Oscar silverware, Anthony? Oh, crazy self. You rolling up. Real Tizok, you rolling up the fire. What you rolling up over there? You rolling up some kush, some perp? Not that I would know about any of that. I'm only from California. What you rolling up over there? Send us some pictures on Twitter and let us see what you got cracking over there, real Tizok. Let's see. Anthony, so crazy. That was random. That's my brother, Anthony Wheeler, blood brother, same mother. Talking about Oscar's silverware smells funny. Have you guys watched Dion Cole's Netflix special? What are y'all watching on Netflix? I need some new stuff to watch. I watched Dion Cole recently. I don't know how I missed that Cat Williams one. I watched that one last night. That was hilarious. Yeah, Dion Cole is funny. It started off a little slow, but it really picked up steam as he went on. To me, the best part of that, if you haven't seen it, he just has this kind of cadence and this like the way he tells the joke, like his body language, because he's from Chicago, and I like the way he tells the joke. And he's like, I'm gonna try some new jokes on you guys. And then he has like a piece of paper, and I don't want to ruin it if you haven't seen it. And he'll like go, spit the joke, and then he'll wait for the reaction. He goes, He makes a little note on the paper. Then he asks another joke, and that was hilarious. Hilarious. Dion Cole, that's my crush. They always tell you should shoot your shot. If y'all could see what I be telling Dion Cole in his DMs on Instagram, I like Dion Cole. I've heard Raising Dion is good. I haven't watched it yet. It's a series. I haven't watched it yet, but I need to get into it. I think Black Girl Nerds is doing like a weekly recap on it. So I might have to check that out. Well, friends and Romans and countrymen, I think I'm going to wrap it up. It's coming up on 11 o'clock here in Los Angeles. Thank you, as always, everyone, for tuning in. What's my Twitter? My Twitter is my legal name. Please follow me. And that's what it is on Instagram as well. But it's a pleasure. I like to talk, as you probably have gathered. And I just barely started doing like these live videos. I'm not a live person. As I, start to learn more, maybe I'll make things more fancy. I don't know. I have lots of good stories that I could tell. Okay, how about this? Before I wrap it up, so we'll take it right to the 11 o'clock. I'll tell you a funny random story about the time I met Prince. And this is a true story. So, here in LA, it's not unusual to run into people anywhere in LA. Everyone comes to LA for one reason or another if you work in any form of entertainment. So one night, I live here in Inglewood, as I've mentioned, kind of down in the hood, even though it's getting quite gentrified because they're building a Rams stadium about 2 miles from my house, I'd say. That's about 2 miles. And me and a bunch of my guy friends, I have a bunch of guy friends who are gay. They wanted to go out one night and they needed a designated driver. And so I'm like, sure, I'll be the DD, no problem. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to get bent because I'm not gay. So I'm the DD. I take them up to West Hollywood. They're getting turned, whatever. After they finish their drinking, we come out of the club. The clubs are on Santa Monica. If you're unfamiliar with LA, and there's a lot of gay clubs and stuff in West Hollywood, and you call it WeHo for short. So we're coming out of this club in West Hollywood, and my car is parked right across the street from where this club is. So we're standing at the corner waiting across the street, and a limousine pulls up in front of us, and we're waiting for the limo to pass so we can cross the street. So when we get there, the window rolls down like, and we look, it's fucking Prince. And I screamed, but then I had to chill because I didn't want everyone else to know it was Prince. I wanted to keep Prince all to myself. And so he smiled and he waved at us, and we're like, oh my God, Prince. So we all go running across Santa Monica Boulevard and jump in my car. I flip the Yui and we pull up next to him. And it was like he was waiting for us. So we're driving down the street next to Prince. Prince is in the limo wearing my little Nissan Altima. And I'm driving, and Prince is literally hanging out the back window, dapping us and high-fiving us and all that shit. Just lit. I'm like, oh my God, my life. I'm about to kick it with Prince. So one of my idiot friends, he's in the back seat and he goes, Prince, I idolize you. Prince's face went, do you believe in Jesus Christ? And my friend goes, yeah, I believe in Jesus Christ. He goes, if you believed in Jesus Christ, you wouldn't idolize me. Boop. And he rolled off the window and he took off. And we was cussing him out like, why'd you have to say that? You know he's a Jehovah's Witness and he's religious. You messed it up. We could have been kicking it with Prince. And so that's my Prince story of how I almost got to kick it with Prince. Until my friend Brian, who also has passed away like Prince, rest in peace, had to tell him he idolized him. You don't tell Prince no stuff like that, man. You should have said, Purple Rain is my jam. I like your boots. I like the little squiggly guitar. No, I idolize you. I have a lot of random stories like that. If you look at my Instagram, you'll see some crazy stuff. I don't know why. I think I just bring out the crazy in people. I got Tiffany Haddish digging in my shirt, taking my cell phone out my shirt. I've got, what's his name, who used to play on the Salt and Pepper Hair. He was in a movie with Matt Damon. He's married to a lawyer. Oh, damn it. See, I'm getting senile. But anyway, yeah, as I do these shows, I could tell you guys a bunch of crazy things of what happens to me on the entertainment side. You know, I have a good time. And I just like interacting people. I told you guys on an earlier stream that Joe Jackson, Michael Jackson's dad, hit me in the lobby bar at the MGM. That was jacked up with his mean self, but rest in peace to him too. Man, Sherry Shepherd likes to record Instagram videos to my mom for me. I have people who record videos for my baby. She's into that. But yeah, I have a lot of wild, just random LA stories. And, I'll save them out. Whenever I close a stream, I'll tell you guys a funny story of some wild shit that happened to me here in LA. And, another random fact, Meghan Markle went to my high school. Shout out to the Duchess, Meghan Markle. So that's it. We are coming up on an hour and 30 minutes. It has been amazing. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. It is a pleasure. Tell a friend. And we'll be back together again sometime soon. See you all later. Peace.